Warning. This video and all other videos on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The content of this video and all other videos on this channel are the opinions of the creator only and do not constitute legal, trading, investment, or financial advice of any kind. Investing carries a high level of risk and the majority of retail clients lose money. Do not invest any capital unless you understand the risks and you are prepared to lose it all. Alright, hello and welcome to Camel Finance. I'm your boy Camel and welcome to the week. Welcome to Monday. We're back at it. Today, I wanted to take things a little bit more down the bullish / optimistic route. I've been quite bearish, frankly. I've been quite bearish and I think for good reason. Okay, I've been in markets long enough to know when the market speaks, it's my job to listen. But since there's no real changes to the charts yet, it seems like how about we ease ourselves into Monday with a little bit of bullishness, right? A little bit of optimism. This week has the potential to have some volatility, have some chops, some games. There's some things occurring this week that could really shake the markets. Equally, I think there's a good chance that we could see some true momentum return. So I'm going to take you through a few very nice Bitcoin charts. I'm going to continue to be cautiously optimistic here. And then right at the end, I'm going to show you an event that is occurring on Wednesday that could be significant for the direction of the market. So you're going to want to check that out. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, Dubai has officially approved Bitcoin and crypto for salary payments. So slowly but surely, the magic internet money is becoming more and more like usable money, right? And if you've been here for a long time, this is quite a proud moment. As I said, we got some very nice looking Bitcoin charts here, okay? The big question is this where we are? Have we just had the first bear trap? Is that what this bit was? Okay, have we had this big kind of move up, the first true bear trap? And now are we about to enter that final parabolic phase? Meanwhile, I like this a lot, okay? Is history repeating? In 2021, we had a cycle top in March and then a second top in November. And in 2024, we've had a cycle top in March. Is there a second one coming in November? And would it actually be a case of seeing a top around 80k if this is to repeat? Okay, would it mean we just make a slightly higher high? Something like this? What's the rule? 5.3 rule would actually be correct. And of course, the funniest thing about all of this is that would still be left translated. So, I don't know. Sometimes the funniest outcome is the most likely to occur. Time will tell as always. The setup is quite similar as it stands. Taking a slightly more optimistic comparison, okay, gold printed the structure during high volatility in markets leading up to the 2008 elections, and now Bitcoin is replicating that same structure in the same environment. So, is it reasonable to assume that we could see for Bitcoin at the bottom a repeat of what gold did at the top? Is something like this a staircase up towards the prior highs, followed by a bit of a shakeout and then a blast off on its way for Bitcoin? Have we got something like this, bit of a shakeout and then a blast off? I'll let you be the judge. Technically speaking, the charts are trying their best to improve for Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is looking, it hasn't done it yet, but it is looking for a bullish crossover on the LMACD. So if indeed we can continue to see bearish momentum wane, okay, some green on the histogram start to show up, and most importantly, a bullish cross, blue above red, okay, we could well see the resumption of upside in Bitcoin. Hasn't happened yet, but it actually won't take much to see this cross. And another nice chart here from Tony the Bull, okay? At the top, we've got Bitcoin, at the bottom, we've got Dixie, and in the middle, we have got the correlation coefficient. Each time Bitcoin's 1 month correlation with the Dixie rolled over from a strong positive, something big happened. 3 out of the 4 times, as highlighted in green, it gave us the last leg of the bull run. Coefficient moves to the downside, last leg of the bull run. Coefficient moves to the downside, last leg of the bull run. Same here, and just 1 out of the 4 times, this correlation gave us a drawdown for Bitcoin. So can we see the Dixie continue to roll over? Can we see the correlation coefficient come off? And most importantly, can that lead to a final leg to the upside for Bitcoin? And here we've got another comparison to gold, okay? It built out this big structure, very similar to today, 4 touches along the support at the bottom before working its way up to the top and getting that breakout. What have we got for Bitcoin today? Again, 4 touches at support, perhaps looking to get a squeeze. And you can see if the fractal was to repeat, okay, if all of this was to show up, it would look something like this. Again, to me, it tells us to keep an open mind about seeing some upside here when nobody seems to be expecting it. And from cautiously optimistic to outright bull, the Bitcoin market is trying to throw you off the scent. It is trying to buck holders off the trend. And Kushi here is showing us some measured move targets from this schematic right here. And you can see that gives us a target of 165k. Does that mean a squeeze is possibly coming? I'll let you be the judge again. By the way, target 3 significantly higher up. But from all of this bullishness, to a bit more caution, okay? On Wednesday, the Bureau of Labour Statistics will downward revise the jobs. Sorry, I can barely say this without laughing. They keep having to lie about the data. They keep having to revise these jobs because the reality is, if they don't, people will work out that we are about to be in a recession. In fact, we probably have already been in a recession since June, okay? They have to keep fudging these numbers because they need everyone to be sold on the narrative that this bull market has legs and we're going to run well into 2025. And there's plenty of people out there that are convinced that we're in the roaring 20s and this bull market is going to continue to go up and up and up forever, okay? But if that was true, why would they keep lying about the data? Why would they keep releasing the data for the jobs and then quietly revising it down, okay? It's because things are on fire. Okay, and I'm not one for hyperbole. I am not one that has been bearish. In fact, I've been ultra bullish the entire way up. I am still positioning to the long side until we get true technical breakdowns. But under the hood, okay, it's time for a lot of people to have this kind of wake up and reality check. It's fine if you are prepared for a recession and we don't get one. That's exactly where I sit currently. I'm prepared to see a recession, but I'm still longing everything. I'm still longing the granny off of everything as the quality setups present. It's not okay to just say, oh, you're one of these people calling for a recession and we never get a recession, okay? Look under the hood, be prepared for all possible outcomes, because this is pretty serious. Like I said, the Bureau of Labour Statistics is going to downward revise the jobs for April 23 through to March 24 by up to 1 million. That means that every single beat we saw in the past year will have actually been a miss, okay? And if you saw the weekend deep dive video that I put out on Saturday, I showed a number of unemployment charts that all look exactly like they've just entered or are very soon to enter recession trigger territory. So if we're already doing that with the moody jobs data, okay, with the jobs data that they keep lying about, imagine how bad those charts would look after we turn every one of those beats into a miss and revise the number by up to 1 million jobs. The US job market is and has been in a far worse shape than anyone would care to admit, apart from the Camel Crew who have been on top of this the whole time. So again, it's okay to say you're prepared for a recession. I still sit here and make the argument it is not okay to just say up only till 2025. Global licks going up, okay? This should have alarm bells ringing in my humble opinion, okay? This is not nothing. They don't lie about the data. They don't revise the jobs by 1 million, okay? They don't turn every single Labour beat into a miss when everything is fine and dandy under the hood. Just something to keep in mind. Last but not least, okay, this is the fractal from that 2007-2008 GFC. It tells us we may well be looking for a breakout this week, but that breakout, if it is to repeat, and so far as I've shown a bunch of times before, the setup leading up to this moment has been incredibly similar, including having such similarities as having the same interest rates, the same date for the September meeting, the same expectations for cuts, very similar dates for the top and the bottom, very similar prices for the top and the bottom, just 10x higher this time around. If this thing is going to continue to repeat, it would put a top somewhere around the 3rd week of October, with a third angle violation somewhere around the 4th week of October. As always, I am open to being long until the market proves me otherwise, but for the people that know where to look, okay? Things look like they are shaping up to be quite volatile. And the other question we've got to ask ourselves is, when this comes out on Wednesday, okay, when this comes out on Wednesday, does it enable the market to continue to rally? Or do we see something like this, Monday and Tuesday, followed by a rollover into a weekly cycle low? Do we even get a third and final angle? Okay, instead of the bullish case that I've got highlighted in yellow here, do we see something like this Monday, Tuesday, and then down into a new lower low or a new cycle low, something like this, following the realization that most people are going to have, and that is that things are not as fine and dandy as they've been led to believe. So it's going to be an interesting week. There's going to be top volatility in games as always. As I've shown you under the hood, I think there are some encouraging signs. There's a good chance for Bitcoin to make its now or never move. But as ever, we're going to have to keep taking it one day at a time and be open to all possible outcomes. I'm your boy Camel. Welcome to the week. And until next time, take care from me. All the best. Cheers. Bye.